15 amazing and mysterious facts about Aston Villa. Football isn't just a game. It's memory, myth, and magic woven into the roar of a crowd. And few clubs carry that weight of mystery quite like Aston Villa. This is not just another football team. This is a club born in a chapel, a club that gave birth to the Football League itself, a club that once ruled Europe, and yet has also tasted the darkest depths of relegation. From ghost stories at Villa Park, to royal fans in the stands, to a single goal in Rotterdam that shook the continent, Aston Villa's story is as strange as it is glorious. So today we uncover 15 amazing and mysterious facts about Aston Villa, a journey through 150 years of triumphs, heartbreaks, legends, and secrets. Fact 1. Born in a chapel in 1874. It all began in November 1874, a cold evening in Birmingham. Gas lamps flickered on damp cobblestones, and inside the Villa Cross Wesleyan Chapel, 4 members of the cricket team gathered. They wanted a sport to keep them fit during winter when cricket lay silent. What they created that night was Aston Villa Football Club. It is almost poetic, a club born not in grandeur, but in a chapel meeting. No boardrooms, no television cameras, just a handful of men with an idea. That beginning remains one of football's most mysterious origins, from prayer house to powerhouse. Fact 2. The father of the Football League was a villain. Only 14 years later, in 1888, football changed forever. The man behind that revolution was William McGregor, an Aston Villa committee member. Frustrated by the chaos of scheduling random friendlies, he sent letters to England's top clubs proposing something radical, a structured league. They agreed, and so the Football League was born. Aston Villa didn't just join history, they shaped it. Every league table you see today, in England, Spain, Italy, anywhere, is a child of that decision. The modern game owes its skeleton to McGregor, the man from Villa.
Fact 3. Villa Park's legendary origins. Since 1897, Aston Villa have played at Villa Park. But this ground was no ordinary choice. It was built on the site of the Aston Lower Grounds, once an amusement park filled with fairs, music halls, and carnivals. The land already knew spectacle, and Villa transformed it into something greater, a stage for footballing theater. At its height, Villa Park held over 76,000 fans, shoulder to shoulder, singing, roaring, living as one. Even today, when you step through its gates, there is a sense that the stadium is alive, carrying memories of more than a century of triumph and heartbreak.
Fact 4. The Holt End is a wall of sound and mystery. The Holt End is Aston Villa's most famous stand. It rises like a Claret and Blue mountain behind the goal. On match days, it becomes a living ocean of sound, intimidating opponents with chants that shake the ground itself. But the Holt End has its mysteries too. For decades, fans have told stories of the Holt Hotel, whispers of ghostly figures and unexplained shadows moving in the old rooms. Some claim the ground is haunted. To outsiders, these are just tales. To Villa fans, it's part of the magic. The Holt End isn't just a stand, it's a place where memory, myth, and noise all collide.
Fact 5. From cricket to football glory. Aston Villa's origins lie in cricket. Football was simply a way to keep the team active in winter, but destiny had other plans. By the end of the 19th century, Aston Villa had already become one of England's dominant forces, winning league titles and FA Cups in a time when football was still finding its identity. Imagine it. The same men who once swung a bat were now lifting trophies. From cricket whites to claret and blue, They found their true calling. Fact 6. Innovators of the game. Early floodlit matches. We take floodlit football for granted today, but in the late 1800s, it was unthinkable. Yet Aston Villa dared to try. They staged experimental matches under early forms of artificial light, years before such spectacles became mainstream. These mites were crude compared to modern floodlit games. The lights dim, the shadows long, but they showed ambition. Villa were never content to follow. They wanted to lead. That spirit of innovation marked the club from its earliest days. Fact 7. A trophy cabinet of glory. Over the decades, Aston Villa built one of the most decorated histories in English football. 7 league titles, 7 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, and countless other honors. These were not just trophies, they were milestones in the growth of the game. Each one told a story of players who refused to yield, of supporters who carried them on a tide of belief. The Claret and Blue ribbons on those trophies remind us that Villa was, and still is, one of England's true giants. Fact 8. The European crown of 1982. But the crown jewel sits above them all. Rotterdam, 1982. Aston Villa, underdogs, faced Bayern Munich in the European Cup final. Few believed they could do it, and yet, in the 67th minute, Peter Withe stretched his leg and guided the ball into the net. 1-0, Aston Villa, European champions. It was a night that shook Europe. A team from Birmingham, born in a chapel, had conquered the continent. For the fans who lived it, that night remains sacred. For those who came later, it is legend. Fact 9. A badge full of meaning. Aston Villa's badge has changed many times, but its core symbols remain. The lion, roaring, fierce, unstoppable, represents pride and courage. The claret and blue colors are more than design. They are a signal of belonging, worn by generations. And the word villains, once just a casual nickname, has become a banner of identity. Fans don't just support Aston Villa, they are villains.
Fact 10. The roller coaster of relegation and revival. Aston Villa's story is no straight line, it is a roller coaster. There have been relegations, painful and bitter, seasons when the faithful wondered if the glory days were gone forever. But every fall was followed by a rise, every exile by a return. This cycle of despair and redemption defines Aston Villa as much as any trophy. It is resilience written into the DNA of the club. Fact 11. Record-breaking supporters. Villa fans are extraordinary. The record attendance at Villa Park, more than 76,000 people, is legendary. But beyond numbers, it is the passion that matters. Decade after decade, through highs and lows, supporters filled the ground, their voices echoing across Birmingham. Football is nothing without its people. And at Aston Villa, the people have always been the heart. Fact 12. Ownership that changed the future. In 2018, Aston Villa faced a crossroads. Years of struggle had drained the club. Then came new owners, Nassef Sawaris and Wes Edens. With their investment, Villa rebuilt. Training grounds improved. New players arrived. Ambitions rose. Money cannot buy history, but it can help shape the future. And under this ownership, Aston Villa began dreaming again, not just of survival, but of competing with the best. Fact 13. The Royal Villain. Among Villa's millions of fans is one very famous supporter, Prince William. He has spoken openly about why he chose Aston Villa, their history, their underdog spirit, their connection to community. He has been seen in the stands, celebrating goals like any other supporter. When the future King of England calls himself a villain, it shows just how far Aston Villa's story reaches. Fact 14. Villa Park, a living museum. Villa Park is not just a stadium. It is a museum, alive with memory. It has hosted FA Cup semi-finals, England internationals, and even games during major tournaments. It has seen legends rise, champions crowned, and dreams shattered. Every brick, every gate, every echo of a chant is part of football's history. To walk through Villa Park is to walk through time. Fact 15. The club that refuses to die. And finally, the greatest fact of all, Aston Villa endures. Through chapel beginnings, league founding, cup triumphs, relegations, European glory, ghost stories, and royal fans, Aston Villa refuses to fade. It is a club that falls but always rises, a story that pauses but never ends, a living, breathing reminder that football is not just about winning, but about resilience, community, and legacy. Aston Villa was born in whispers, crowned in glory, and continues to roar. And the greatest mystery is this: the story is still being written. Closing. That is Aston Villa. 15 amazing and mysterious facts about a club that changed football forever. A team born in a chapel, lifted by a city, crowned in Europe, and carried into the future by fans who refuse to stop believing. The question now is simple: what chapter will Aston Villa write next?